ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe.
His web shooter right there. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Diamond Select Toys action figure review on the Pacific Rim Uprising Saber Athena action figure. If you're trying to get these, you can pick them up at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And big thanks to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible. If you want to see the latest from DST, check out their YouTube channel, link in the description below. Nice looking Sabrina Athena right there, or Saber Athena. I don't know why I want to say Sabrina Athena. On the side, you can see Saber Athena looking pretty cool, and then on the very back, you can see a product, well, not really a product shot, but an image of Saber Athena. There's a read up over here. If you want to read it, pause it now. And then nothing on the side or on the top or at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Saber Athena out of the packaging, and I really like this Jaeger design a lot. I think she looks really cool. Definitely the most effeminate looking Jaeger that I've seen, which I don't have a problem with. Again, Jaegers are often regarded as females, or consistently regarded as females anyway. But she does come with some pretty cool accessories, so let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll get a closer look at Saber Athena. So we get a fair number of accessories with Saber Athena. You can see we get a pair of wide open hands, and then we get a pair of fisted hands, and then we get the long sword, and then we get these two smaller swords right here. Now this is a early press sample that I have from Diamond Select Toys, so it did come with two right hands. The actual retail product will have a left hand and a right hand for the grabbing hands, but you can see that it will grab either sword just fine, so I think that's cool. And I can get even this wide open hand to kind of hold the sword a little bit, but it's tricky trying to balance that, you know what I mean? So, but you can see, you can still kind of hold one of the swords, and you can see the longer sword can be held very easily as well. So that's cool, and I really like this one a lot. I like this attention to detail with the little bits of blue right there mixed in with the gunmetal gray. You get a lighter silver right there, so that is very appealing to me. I do like that. Looks great. Then these smaller sabers right here are more like katanas, I guess. I guess these would be the katanas, and that would be a sword. But I really like how we get that blue light up feature right here too. Or it's not a light up feature, but you know what I'm saying. The effect of it's there, and I think that's great. So I gotta say, I really like the design for this Jaeger. I think she's very cool looking, very streamlined Jaeger. I really like those angled eyes. That looks great. Get some white paint apps right over there, over the gunmetal gray. Then she has her little points coming off right over here. That's cool. We get some beacons, or silver paint for beacons anyway. Nice sculpted lines. And I love that we're seeing some silver dry brushing throughout on this figure, so it adds some wear. You can see it a little better if I darken things up. Nice orange color too. She has these little wing pieces right here on the back. I don't know if those expand or do anything different. Do wish that she had storage for the weapons. Well, I guess they, you know, probably pop out of her hands or something like that. I really like that you could see a face right over here on the very front. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a nod to Gurren Lagann. I'm not a huge Gurren Lagann fan. My brother is though, and he showed me many clips. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Gurren Lagann, but I think that's awesome. You get the eyes right there on the chest. Again, very effeminate looking Jaeger. And we have some nice metal right here for the arms. Looks really good. Again, I love that silver dry brushing. The hands look pretty good right there. And you can see how it's tapered in, very feminine design. You can see we get like little lights right underneath there too. I think that's cool. Look on the back, you can see this propulsion right here. You know, so she could probably jump around. Same thing right there. Some nice little white for lights in the inside of the back of her head. Yeah, man, I really dig it. There's a Saber Athena butt, and then you can see some more pieces, more little white spots for lights and everything. The legs look really good. I love that we get a dash of darker gray and black right here, you know, to really dirty things up a little bit. I like that look with the Jaegers, you know. I don't want them looking super clean. Nice silver dry brushing throughout on this. I really dig it a lot. Yep, and we get peg holes at the bottom of the feet as well. And I just noticed right now these little spikies right here on the calves. That is neat. That is very cool. I like that. So I have some gripes with the articulation of this figure, but I really do like it for the most part. You can get her head looking just straight forward, so she can't really look, I guess she's looking up a tiny bit right there. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say, but it's mostly an even plane. You can move the head downward, and you also get side-to-side motion, and you do get head pivoting. It's mostly just on a ball joint right there. We get this cool thing with the shoulder articulation, which I'm not really familiar with seeing on many other figures, but yeah, you can rotate these blades up and down, and it moves the arm forward and back. So for most of my review, you've seen the blades pointing upward like that, but you can have them a little bit more facing backward like so. And you also get rotation at the shoulder as well, so that's great. We also get ball jointed shoulder pads, so you could rotate them side to side. You can turn them any direction you basically want to. We get a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and then the wrists turn side to side and they hinge down and they move up only a little bit. We get a diaphragm joint right here that turns side to side. Diaphragm pivot, moves forward just the tiniest bit, moves back a little bit more so. We have hip joints that move outward just that far. I wish they could move out. Well, let's see if I could get these pieces underneath that hip piece. There you go. So you can really get the legs moving outward that much, and she will kick forward that far and back quite a bit. There's an upper thigh swivel, and you can see that the legs are a little bit on the loose side, but again, this is an early press sample right here. I've been notified from Diamond Select Toys that the actual retail product samples will have tighter joints. You can see that we get a single jointed knee. I feel like there's supposed to be a double jointed knee in there, but I'm only getting a single joint right there. And then we get ball joints at the ankles where it can move downward that much, upward, and you get side-to-side motion, but no ankle pivot. You're gonna give it ankle pivot. Now to measure out the height of Saber Athena, you can see that to the top of her head, she's at about 7.5 inches tall. Then here's Saber Athena next to another Diamond Select Toys Pacific Rim figure. We have Gypsy Avenger, and you can see how much taller Gypsy Avenger is compared to Saber Athena. And then here's Saber Athena next to some NECA Toys Pacific Rim figures. We have the second Striker Eureka, and we have Gypsy Danger, and you can see how she fits into scale much better with these NECA Toys figures. By the way, I've had a lot of people ask me to review one of the Robot Spirits Jaegers, and I did pick one up from Toys R Us just yesterday. So yeah, review of that coming, I don't know, probably next week or probably in 2025. And then here's Saber Athena next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Woohoo! New Pacific Rim movie coming out. I love that theme song. I even learned how to play it on guitar. Check it out. Hold on. Alright, you get it. Just see, here we go. Hold on, I need practice. I want to thank you guys so much for those of you who watch my videos all the way through. If supporting this YouTube channel via Patreon or buying ShartimusPrime merchandise is not your thing, it really does go a long way in helping the YouTube channel that you guys watch the videos all the way through, as well as liking, commenting, and subscribing, as well as hitting that notification bell. I do like this figure. I really like the design of the character. I think she looks awesome, but there are just a few things that really bother me about it. The lack of ankle pivot bothers me. It looks like we're supposed to get double jointed knees there, but I'm not seeing the double jointed knees. The little QC things, you know, that I'm not really worried about because, again, this is a early production sample, so this is not something that you would see at retail. The retail version is going to have tighter joints. So all of that being said, I will give this a SUD rating of...
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
And I'm curious to know what you guys think. So again, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this figure and let me know what you think of this Jaeger. If you want to see a photo gallery of images, it will be over at toynewseye.com. And remember, the Legendary Collector t-shirts are available at ShartimusPrime.net. I will be having posters available soon at ShartimusPrime.net, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to stay tuned with me on the social media, you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,